them trouble, they like where they help at. These niggas pussy, they twat, they big cat, big racks all on his head and they kidnap. Ayy, no cap, this shit here, big facts, kicking in doors at the kickback, get back like, run them pockets, let me get that. Ayy, 30 shots but 100 come with me, wasn't proving no points, so we hit them with 60. Crib Street still screaming R.I.P. Nipsey. I come from the Grove, but the North niggas with me. Ayy, 600, that shit kinda in me. I jumped off the porch to the block in the trench. I'm rocking designer, this Glock in my brick. It's the bitch from the back to go buy some inches. 6 days and 6 nights, we was out on the mission. On the 7th, we seen them and caught them and flipped. Only right that we hit everybody that's with them. I been causing hell ever since I was little. I can make a bitch shit like I'm Dr. Doolittle. Don't reach for this chain, turn your ass to a noodle. Yeah, I missed the trouble, I thought that you knew. Bitch.
I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, but never cool. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart, but never cool. I didn't make it true, playing by the rules. I come apart.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Long time no see. Long time no hear from. What is good? How's everyone doing today? Tuesday, December the 30th, 2025. Let's do a sound check. I hope I'm on. I hope all the equipment is functioning properly. It hasn't been on in like, how many days? 10 days now, right? 10 days now. Oh, I'm closing out my year, guys. I'm closing out my year. It's been a busy year for me. It's been a challenging year. It's been exciting. You know, it's been a lot. Some downs, some, I don't know how to say it because I don't think I'm any different than anyone else when it comes down to the things that we face. You know, you have your good things and your bad things. And thank you guys. Mike sound good. Edward said, Mike, you good over here. Lamont said good sound. Andrea says good sound. Donna, what's up, fam? She says Mike sounds nice. Thank you. Everything might sound nice. I don't know if I'm going to sound nice today. I'm a little out of practice. AK-47 is in the building. She says closing out. Look at black folks. Closing out my birthday month. My birthday was this month as well. But I closed out my birthday December the 6th, AK. I closed out my birthday at midnight of December the 6th, meaning my birthday was no longer my birthday, December the 7th. I don't do y'all crazy for that. My birthday month. When we start, well, I shouldn't say when we start doing that. We've been doing that. Gosh. I've been telling y'all for the longest, I ain't trying to hate. I'm not that guy, but I don't really celebrate birthdays like that. I really don't. It's just that for me, that one day is enough, and as I get older, let me tell y'all the truth about my birthday this year, December the 6th, okay? My family ain't gonna like me saying this, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. We went out December the 6th on my birthday to a really, really nice restaurant, one of my favorite steakhouses, okay? Now, I'm a traditional man when it comes down to family, when it comes down to supporting my family and doing everything. I don't like it when my family, I love generosity, but I'm just a, you don't pull your money out when we together for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I never walk in a door before any woman in my family. I hold the door for every woman and probably every woman behind them. I'm just a traditional dude. And for some odd reason, it just doesn't feel right when I'm at a table and my family is there and I don't pay the bill. So just to let you guys know, like when I did my birthday thing, this previous birthday, December the 6th, I paid the bill. You know what I'm saying? Like when my children ask me every year, what do I want for my birthday or what do I want for Christmas, or I'm the toughest dude in the world to buy for. And I know a lot of y'all are too. Um, Unselfish people are probably the worst people to shop for. Because number one, if you're unselfish, you probably have a lot of the things that you want in life. You feel me? We're not easily pleased because we don't pay attention to a lot of things that other people, things that please people. Like some people are easily pleased because they just want stuff. A lot of us don't really want stuff. Like for me, a home, like at home, chilling all day, not a worry at work, not a worry, not a worry from the family. That is the best day of my life, is to just sit at home and chill. You feel me? Not worry about anything, not going to a restaurant. And, that stuff, it means something to me because it's family oriented, but that's it. That's it. I don't have to have, don't get me like, I don't, I think the problem, I don't want to say, here's the truth of the matter. Unselfish people take care of themselves, right? So that's why we're a little bit harder to shop for. Um, we're a little bit harder to put out what we really want for, for Christmas or for birthday. Like I don't want shit because I get everything myself anyway. Like there's nothing you could probably buy for me that I didn't go get last week. If I need something, I'm gonna go get it. So it's just tough. And I know I'm not the only one like that. There's a lot of us that are like that. So you know, I'm tr- I don't know how to explain it. That's what it is. I don't really need anything. So believe it or not, people like that are probably the easiest to shop for, because you're trying to buy me something that has a big price tag, or something of that nature, when in fact it could be the simple things. Everybody here knows I have this problem in life with I have a problem. I was traumatized as a child with wearing socks and shoes with holes in them and shit like that. So I have this thing, I have a problem with wearing socks because growing up in Laura homes, my granny used to have to wash my socks in the sink. That's a long story. It's something I don't even want to talk about anymore. And I just had this thing about socks. So my family already know, like, the smallest things in the world are what really mean the most to me. So they'll buy me a couple bags of socks, and that means more to me than any watch you can. I don't want a Rolex. A little guy asked me the other day, um, and I hate saying this to you because of course it's gonna sound crazy to some people, but um I've been rocking like Apple watches for generation one of the Apple Watch. You feel me? And it does a whole lot more than a Rolex. The only thing a Rolex does for most people is make you feel good about you having a Rolex. And seen this with a little young brother hit me with the, oh, this motherfucker, this and that. He ain't even got no Rollie on. My uncle got a Rollie. And I'm like, I kind of let it go. You know what I'm saying? And I took it out on the next person who happened to say the same type of thing that same day. And it was more about, the OG ain't really no OG if he ain't got no um Rolly or something. He tried to rhyme it like it was a bar or something. And I'm like, bruh, I could I could have I could I could buy a Rolex if I want a Rolex. Trust me, a Rolex has no significance to a guy like me. Or to a lot of people, a Rolex is just an expression. It makes you feel good because it shows everybody that you can afford a Rolex. It don't tell time any faster. It don't give you a hint of what's going to happen tomorrow. It doesn't do anything but show that you have a $25,000 watch on. Now, I'm going to say this respectfully and as gracefully as I possibly can. But I know a couple guys that got Rolexes, but they don't have a deed to a home. They got Rolexes, but they don't have a garage. They got Rolexes and they live with a woman. They don't even have their own shit, but they got a Rolex. And I'm like, okay. That's cool, that's fine. And then I'm not hating, because anybody that know me know that a Rolex is not a problem. Like, it ain't it ain't something that is not it's not unachievable. It's just a watch. I got on a $300 Apple Watch that'll kick a Rolex in the ass. All right, it'll kick a Rolex in the ass. This mug tell me how many steps I took. A Rolex can't do no Bobby Brown. A Rolex can only tell you the time, the date, and probably make it can't take your temperature. It keep you icy until somebody hits your ass upside the head and want to rob you. It's just an attention thing, man. I don't really need that. Somebody asked me the other day, did you how was your Christmas? My Christmas was great. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. What's up, T Mikey G? He says, my Walmart watch is wonderful. It has a light. Congratulate. They do sell they do. And how I know that is when you go on, the algorithms of the internet today. When you go on certain platforms and you search certain things, like for instance, I was looking for an Apple Watch band for my daughter's watch, right? And they're $49.99. I'm tripping. And I'm like, $50 for a damn watch, for just I'm like, that's a third of what the watch cost. So long story short, I'm plugging all of what I'm looking for, into the internet, and now I'm getting all these advertisements of all these different watch companies coming to my site or coming to my page or whatever, hitting me up, letting me know, hey, we got this, we got that, and lo and behold, Walmart sends an advertisement, and they have Gucci watches, they have Rolexes, and I'm saying to myself, damn, that they tripping. Like, what Walmart shopper maybe so. Maybe I need to just get up off that horse a little bit. But bro, like, if you shopping at Walmart, you probably don't have much. You probably shouldn't be buying a $25,000 Rolex watch. But priorities are different. Priorities are different. And I'll be honest with you. I remember I don't wear jewelry. A lot of people know that I don't wear gold. I don't wear silver. The only jewelry that I really wear, if you want to consider a watch jewelry, which I don't think it is, that's the only jewelry that I wear is a watch. But I do remember being into jewelry when I was a younger dude. I remember my first account. Y'all remember trying to get, anybody ever had like a Dodge card? Remember Dodge Jewelers downtown Cincinnati? My first finance gold chain came from Dodge Jewelers. And I think they gave me a credit line of $500. I don't even think it was that much. I think it was $200, something like that. It was under 500. And they gave me a credit line, and I couldn't wait to blow that. I couldn't wait to burn that little $200 up. I couldn't wait to blow that money up. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't wait to give them that credit card or that credit line so I can get me something. And I did. I bought like a nugget bracelet. Y'all remember those bracelets that were nuggets? I bought one of those nugget bracelets. I had to put money with it because my credit line was, I was doing reckless shit. Like, it wasn't a big deal because I was young. I didn't know any better. But I bought a nugget bracelet. The bracelet was like $499. And I had like a $200, $250 credit line with Dodge. And then I had to give them like $205 or something like that to go with my credit line. So I walked out of there, $205 cash out of my pocket. And then I walked out owing Dodge Jewelers $250 more or something like that on my credit card. And it was blown up. It was maxed out. You know what I'm saying? $250 is not a lot of money in a jewelry store. I understand that. But it's the principle. It was, what did I teach myself? What did I learn in that moment? Y'all do know I was probably 18. I was 18 years old. I didn't know any better. I didn't know any financial literacy. My mother didn't know. My granny really didn't know. Um, my father was nowhere to be found. He was placing bets and shit. So his habits was probably just as bad as mine. Um, so I was not learning anything. I was not learning the responsibility of credit, the responsibility of money. None of that. I had that gold bracelet though. I had that nugget, that motherfucker was on there. I was like, yeah, I was letting everybody see it. I ain't had shit else. Had the nugget bracelet. I walk around like this, making sure everybody can see that bracelet. Y'all know how it is, bro. You 18 years old, and you getting your own little bit of money, and the first major purchase you make on credit is a bracelet. And it took me forever to pay that little bracelet off because I was sending in the world's smallest minimum payment. I think the minimum payment on that mug was probably like $6. And they got $6 every time. I wasn't even smart enough to send them 10. I wasn't even smart enough to send them $6 and then back it up with a $20 bill to pay down the principal. I wasn't even smart like that. I would just rather stay in debt and rock my motherfucking bracelet like this and let everybody see it. I'm at the skating rink, out to go and skate with my arm all up in the air for no reason at all, just so you can see my bracelet. Oh, those was the days though, reckless days. But anyway, man, let me just say this, man. We're going into a new year. This is an opportunity to do what I've always done with everybody on Wyatt Live by thanking you for being here, thanking you for giving me another year of conversation. Thank you for I don't know. Thank you for just giving me the confidence to come out here and speak to the few and the two. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to do this. And it has nothing to do with not being able to do it. It's, do I really want to do it? And really, reason why I say that, folks, is this reason here. I gotta be realistic, okay? I'm watching, and I really want to talk about Christmas. I really do. But I'm watching. Can I show you my family before I get into that? Because I probably won't get into Christmas once I start talking. Y'all know how I am. Let me show you. I had a wonderful Christmas, and the reason why I had a wonderful Christmas is because, yeah, I got a few gifts. I got a few gifts that I've never seen coming, and that's how you get somebody, who has. I have everything. I have a wife, two daughters. I have everything. For those that know, they know. I have everything. I'm not talking about homes and cars and shit like that. I'm talking about everything that a man my age needs in life. I have it. I am the most blessed man on this planet. And here's the genuine piece about having everything. If I didn't have a quarter, I would still have that. Now, people that think that materialistic things are the way to go and money is the answer to everything, try having a bunch of money and being by yourself, being lonely, being somebody that doesn't have anybody, that if you go down, if you're sick, or yeah, if something happens to you, nobody's there for you. Yeah, you can go hire a nurse, but that ain't love. Some treatments and some things you deal with in life, there has to be love behind it. It helps the healing. I'm a blessed man. I have everything in the world that a man my age should want. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Everything that a man works for, lives for, cherishes. I have it. And I'm proud to say it. I'm proud to say it because it's something that every man could have. It's something that every man could choose to have. And if they don't have it, it's by choice. It's by choice. There's people in this chat right now. Troy over on YouTube says same. They know exactly what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? They know exactly what I'm talking about. I had a wonderful Christmas. Let me explain something to you. I'm not a very, very super duper religious man, okay? I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in blessings. Um, but I don't see Christmas the way a lot of people see Christmas. I wasn't raised, I was raised on Jingle Bell. Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell. Oh, what fun it is, all that shit. I was raised on that. Silent Night. I was raised on all them songs. I wasn't really part of a generation that included Jesus and the birth of Jesus, and those stories were in the background of what Christmas was for me. Okay. And so I kind of raised my children from my perspective of what I believe Christmas is. Christmas for me was more about family time, giving to one another, doing things for one another, and sharing time, and do family oriented stuff. And that's how I've raised my kids. Now, keep in mind, my children did go to Catholic school, so they had assignments at young age of Jesus and not, the whole nine, what Christmas is really founded on. But we did it old school in my house, all the way up to my children. My daughter's 25, my youngest is about to be 21 in April, the end of April, and we've done Christmas like I did Christmas, and that was we tear shit up in the mornings. We eat breakfast at home. We tear up gifts, the packaging, and we go at it and we thank each other. We love each other. We hold each other. We spend the day together. It's a family oriented day. It's not me celebrating a white man's holiday, a black man's holiday, Kwanzaa, none of that. I don't incorporate any of that in my family love. Sorry. And I just don't know too many people that are happy in life that would take the time out of making a day like that a miserable day for those that have people around them that may love them, that do love them. And it just seems to me that most people who don't want you to be happy are people that are not happy themselves. I don't know too many people walking around. I don't know too many people who walking around here who happy and they making life miserable for other people. I don't know anybody like that. And I'm never gonna, and if I do know, if I find out I know somebody like that, I won't know them in 2026. I ain't gonna know the motherfuckers in 2026, bro. They infiltrated my circle some kind of way. They snuck in. It's time for them to go. I'm not taking no, we all got New Year's resolutions and shit like that. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I generally do weekly and monthly resolutions. And I've been doing that for probably 20 years of my life now. I don't wait for the new year to try to psych myself out of doing what's right. What I know I've been doing is wrong. I need to exercise. I'm going to start January the 1st. No, I started in June. You know what I'm saying? I got a 6-month head start on my New Year resolution. Only a procrastinator say on January the 1st, I'm going to start working out. You're going to work out till probably about January the 28th, maybe February the 4th. You'll go right back to doing what you're doing because you don't need a new year to start your life over. You could start a new beginning tomorrow. You could start a new beginning today. So back to my Christmas. It was wonderful because I had my children at the house, my wife, and we spent the day together. Now, Christmas Eve, they did something together. My ladies, the ladies of my household, they generally hang together. They do things together, mother-daughter stuff. They shop. They go to plays. They do things I really don't like to do. But it's great for them to be able to get the mama-daughter time and to do what they do time. I love it. Let me see if I have a picture. This was the Wyatt residence this Christmas. Say this Christmas will be. Here we go. I found it. There we are. There we go. I know we looking rough, all of us. And my daughter said, you better not show that, daddy. You better not. You better not. You better not show that, daddy. Well, damn it, here it is. And the reason why I'm showing it, this was our white t-shirt and our I don't know, what do you call it? The pajama pants. Yeah, they got me. For the last couple years, we've been doing that. What is that? Twin said, Wyatt, you old ass boring in? What are you talking about? Am I being boring by telling you some people don't like positive shit. If it ain't messy, nasty, and stale, they ain't really trying to hear it. They're not really trying to hear it. Think about it. Think about the people running around in your algorithm over the holiday season. Think about this. How many families did you see post a picture, something like this? I bet you there was more bar fights and bullshit running around on your page, not because of you, but because it found you. It found you because that's what you look for. How many people do you think actually, how many, you know what I'm saying? How many stories found you of some tragedy shit that happened during Christmas? That's what's crazy. Restructure. 2026, restructure. Reboot, reload, respawn. Just start different. I'm not mad at you if you do. I'm not mad if you decide to do it on January the 1st. You got 2 more days to just be a fuck up. Keep on doing that crazy shit. Get it out of you. Take those last few drinks, them last few puffs, all that old shit that's slowing you down. Procrastinate for the next 2 days. You got 48 hours to continue to procrastinate. Come January 1st, be about it. Or just go sit your ass down and stop talking about it about other people. Stop talking about what other people doing. Stop talking about what people ain't doing. If you ain't making the needle move, go sit your ass down. Because talking about it, that ain't making shit move. That ain't making nothing move, man. Y'all just talking shit. I see it all the time. You got cats on here talking about how people should be doing things with their money and they ain't got no money. You got people on here talking about what the churches need to be doing and shit. You don't even go to church. You got people on here talking about how it is in Africa. Bro, you ain't never been to Africa. You got people on here talking about all type of stuff. And they not even part of, the only thing they part of is the conversation. They're not part of any solution. They're not part of anything of making them needle move. They pocket watching. They don't employ anybody. They can't wait till Friday because that's when they get their check from the person they can't stand. Imagine living like that. This is where I'm going to start losing people. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. They talking about rich people. And you don't even know how you would be if you was rich. People always say, well, if I had that, if I had this, and if I did this, and if I did that, I would. I can't stand I would ask people. I would do this. I would do that if I was this and if I was that. You don't know what you would do. I tell you what, I'll make a bet with you. Get there. Stop being an I would person. And then I'm willing to make a bet with you. When you get there, let's see if you would do like you say you would do. And then if you do it, then I lose the bet and I'll pay you whatever it is we bet. But you got to get there first before you start criticizing people on what you would do. I would ask people. I would do this if I was. There's a guy in Detroit. He put a video out. This is some of the shit that frustrates me the most. I'm not a very highly watched show and nothing like that. That don't bother me, but it does when I see a person come out with a video and he's talking about the state lottery. Did y'all see that video? Then I'm gonna go straight to the phone lines because somebody was on hold. Somebody is on hold and people are calling. This guy is bitching and complaining about a $2 ticket, $3 ticket. Somebody won $1.7 billion. And he's complaining because the person will get half of it. You paid $3 for a ticket. And you're bitching and complaining because the person will get $500 million versus saying something positive, nice. Oh man, this person could really change the world with that kind of money. That person's life is totally different. You rather bitch and complain about the state lottery and how the lottery's functional gaming system is working and how the lottery is cheating this person. This person had options, bro. This person had the option to take a lump sum of money, which will be probably half when you take out the taxes and take out the fees. That person chose to take that amount of money. That person won and had that option. Why are you mad at somebody's come up on a $2, $3 ticket? Here's the most frustrating thing. This dude got traction with that bullshit. Here's some of us sit here and we trying to rub nickels together so we can make $1. And I'm trying to share the information that I have to do it. And I get 1,000 people watching. This dude come out with some bullshit and he have 250,000 views and he's sitting back hating on a lottery system. That's frustrating. Because more people want to hear bitching and complaining and history of some shit they don't really know if true. They want to hear chaos. They want to be indulged in bullshit. I don't get it. This is why I get so frustrated when I hear people talking about rich people. You don't even know how rich people move because they don't move like that. You don't see a room full of rich people talking about what other motherfuckers doing. They innovating. They thinking of what's my next move. They're not thinking about how you moving. They're not thinking about what they would do if they was this and if they was that. They don't think like that. That's the first thing you got to do on your mission in 2026 is stop thinking the way you used to think and think how the people who are where you want to be think like they think. I promise you, it'll help. It'll absolutely help. Because as long as people can remind you, how effed up something is and how messed up it is and how this didn't work out and they got you here and plantation and all this old bullshit, as long as they can remind you, it'll drain you. It'll keep you from where you're trying to go. I promise you. But now let me just finish my point and then I'm going straight to the phone line. This guy get 250,000 views to talk about how the lottery system is scheming people. Because this lady who won with one ticket is only going to get $500 million. You sound fucking stupid even saying that. She only going to get $500 million. She's supposed to get 1.9 billion. That's $2 billion, and she can't even get half of $2 billion. No, there's options. Your tax is gonna get, bruh. Here's the other thing. She chose a lump sum of money. This lady could have got $66 million a year for the next 30 years. She chose the buyout. That's her choice. Okay, that's her choice. But don't sit back and gaslight the people and tell the people how the system is fucked up because of the choice this lady made. And this is the craziest shit in the world. If he had $3 to buy a ticket, and if he didn't have a choice, he'd take half that $500 million, wouldn't he? And wouldn't say a word. He wouldn't say shit. You know why? He only bitching and complaining about getting a half of the winnings because he didn't win. If it had been him, he'd be telling y'all, shut up, I'm getting this money. I'm getting this money. I'm getting it. Where your $500 million at? That's what he would be saying. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. If he won, he'd be talking, get out my business. So what? I'm getting half. I only spent $3 on the ticket. That's what he would be saying. But instead, he gets rewarded by bitching and complaining about a system that paid a woman $500 million on a $3 ticket. And you gonna find something to bitch about in that? Now, last thing, y'all know that subject is not new to me. That subject is not new to me. I told you that I got somebody close to me in my family, dear, I love them to death, in my family, that is just negative, just a negative thinking individual. And I would see them hit they play the lottery every day, and they would win. Let's just say they won $1,000 on the pick 3 or whatever. I don't know, on whatever. They won $1,000 off of a $1 ticket. You $999 to the good, and the government take out $125, and you're bitching and complaining about the $125 that they took out, but you still $780 to the good. This is the same person, and I love them to death, that if they won $10 million off of a $1 ticket, they would bitch and complain all the way to the lottery office to pick up the check about how much the government took out of that damn $10 million. Them motherfuckers, they took $4.5 million out my money. Please. Stop bitching. You paid $1. You won $10 million off of a $1 ticket. Please stop bitching. So what you gonna clear? $6 million. Stop. Let me go to the phone lines, man. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hello, Wyatt. This is CK. How are you doing today?
CK, what's good with you, brother?
I'm doing great. I heard the topic, and I think that he speaks for the voiceless. You can't knock the hustle. Do you remember? A hip-hop artist told us that in Young. You're knocking that man's hustle. He's speaking. Remember, Wyatt, my father went on the show Sale of the Century when I was in the 6th grade in North Avondale and won over $125K in cash and prizes. Do you understand, Wyatt?
I hear you.
So I know all about the paper game and how much you get and all the tax things, luxury tax, sir. Do you understand?
I hear you.
So he's speaking, telling the people that the rich people, and he's not talking to you. I think you're taking the offense. He's not talking to you, sir. He's not talking about the people that became rich. He's talking about the people that's already rich, how they stay rich, by robbing. He's telling you, how the fuck is y'all winning? She won, so when she win, they win. So what, they won just as much as she did?
Who?
The lottery.
The lottery. Well, in this case, it looks that way, but it's really the government.
That's what the fuck I'm telling you. So why the fuck would he tell the public that? Why do you offend him telling you how the rich people getting rich by robbing motherfuckers off the lottery?
Well,
you offended.
Well, wait a minute. No, because that's not how it was. That's not how it poured out. He was talking about how this lady only really getting a little bit shy of half. I mean, she didn't even get half of the money, but she made that choice, CK. She could have took the full.
How much did she get, sir? Give me numbers. I need this.
A little over 700,000 or something like that. I mean, 700 million. Or it was.
Oh my God! Out of 1.3 billion.
Out of 1.7 billion or 1.8 billion.
Yes, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Your point is on the point. I'm 100 with you because you're saying, who gives a fuck? I got 700 million.
Yeah. Off of a $3 ticket.
But all I'm telling you is, don't knock his hustle. He's seen her get rich. Now he's gonna get rich off of her story. So this is just, like
shit. Okay, I get it. I get it now. But you're taking the wrong angle of what I'm getting to. My point wasn't that I'm mad at him for getting his come up of getting the numbers. It probably looked that way if you think about it, but that's not how I was approaching it. I'm looking at it from the lenses of the negativity people thrive off of. CK, you
I
should
got
know
you.
that more
I
than
got you.
anything, because that's
Right,
what you and I
right.
talk
That's
about
why
a
I
lot.
called in. Yeah, I mean, you know, me and you, we are pushing this. This is our concept, I believe. In the public eye, I think Wyatt and CK share that narrative of people pushing it. We're living off negativity, people. We're living off the homicides. We're living off the drugs. We're living off the abuse, domestic violence. Wyatt is showing you another way where, yes, you can love your wife. You can put your kids through school. You don't have to be fucking drama. You don't have to be loving hip hop, sir. Do you understand? Your thoughts?
Oh, bro, yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to give you a segment on this show. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I'm just a little upset and I don't know why this upsets me so much. Maybe because I've stepped out on a limb and I try to be positive in my show and in my intake. I don't know why this bothers me so much, because people gonna be people, right? I mean,
Right.
why do I get so upset at people that want to be that live in negativity, and they love to be in the pool of negativity? Why do I care so much?
Yes, and that's the problem. Okay, let's stay there. Stay there. Because listen, fuck them. Because remember, look at the people. Look at the jail time they serve. Look at the bullet holes in their body. Why don't we have bullet holes? Oh, because we not no bitch ass nigga. So we gotta stop feeling sorry for these holes and call them what they is. You are a victim of your own stupidity. That's the problem. We feel sorry for these ignorants. Like you said, we got sucked into this hip hop to make us think being drug dealers was the way to go when we was teenagers. They made us think being drug dealers was the way.
No,
Wyatt was one of the guys that seen that shit and went the other way. Most of us went to prison. Most of us got killed. Wyatt made it to nice suits, and he got his own tie collection. This shit ain't boring. This shit is money. This shit is shiny. It's brand new blue $100 bills. So
Well,
I can't be stopped. So anybody hating on me, they fucked up. Because I'm supporting black business and black family. Look at his family. He's not a black man that went and got a white wife and talking all that black power shit. Am I lying? A lot of them black brothers that talk that black power shit, you look at their wife, they are pink toe. Tell the truth, sir.
well, I know
He's talking black power shit from a black family. That is rare in America. Your thoughts?
Okay. There was a lot. I do agree that if you're gonna talk it, you should walk it. Because I pay attention more to what people do versus what they say. That is more important to me as an individual. I know a lot of people that can preach. I know a lot of people that can talk a lot of, they can rhyme and they can make shit sound good and make things, but to actually see what are they walking, that's more important to me. That's how I choose people in my circle. That's how I choose the people that I pay attention to.
And this is why God has blessed you. This is why you was able to get out of situations.
Well, I think
like
everybody has that ability, CK, to be honest with you.
No, but I'm saying you could have got killed at Walmart, but because of your positivity, those type of things help you in situations where you can't help yourself, when you're kind of hopeless.
Okay, I missed the correlation of
like
Walmart there.
Situation.
I missed.
So you needed that, but that's because of how you treat people. God give you those. But when you treat people bad, then it goes bad at Walmart. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah.
You gotta treat people. You gotta treat people the way you want to be treated. That's why I'm having so much success. Remember, I pray for the people. I pray, and the same people I pray for on your show criticize me. That sounds like Jesus Christ. So they are telling you how fucked up their life is. I'm showing you how good I am because I pray for the same people that talk shit about me.
No, you know what, CK? It's crazy that you say that. I used to put a post out. I was doing some business in Cincinnati, and there was people that was actually hating on what I was doing because they couldn't do it that way. I'll say it. I could say it the way I need to say it. There were people that just couldn't get over the hump. And instead of jumping on board and riding with me or riding with what I was trying to do for us, I wasn't just doing it for me. They would rather wreck it. If they can't check it, they would wreck it. You feel what I'm saying to you, bro? And that's a lot of us. A lot of people have this problem with, if they can't put it together, if they can't run it, if they can't check it, then they gonna wreck it. And that's what I was dealing with. And it was in broad daylight that this was happening. And I would say things on this show, and I would write little posts out there, and I would say things like, I pray for those that wish bad on me. And I don't mean like I pray for them to be a better, like they get something or whatever. I pray for them to come up. I hope that they do better, because here's what's happening, bro. And I think CK is the perfect person on the show right now to kind of have sitting here with me while I say this. He hung up. But what I've learned is, most people hate on you because they can't be you, or they can't do what you do. Carolyn Smith, your haters hate you because they not you. They don't like how you enter a room. They don't like what you provide to the people around you. They don't like your energy. But if they could be you, they would be you. They would do it. What I've learned is the people that hate you the most are the ones that just, they're probably mad that they're not you, or they can't do what you can do. And there's so many people in this world that would rather wreck shit if they can't check shit. If they can't check it and do what they want to do with it, if they can't be in charge, they'll wreck it. And what I was about to tell CK is, I used to tell people in broad daylight, right here on the platform, early when we first started, and some people didn't even know what I was talking about. I was doing something in business, and I stepped on some toes. I didn't mean to step on toes. I came in humble. I approached those folks and said, hey, I'm here, I'll just be the background dancer, Bobby Brown. I just want to be on stage. I just want to help make this thing bigger. And, and they would, shun me off, because they thought I was coming in to try to take it over. And I not necessarily was trying to take it over, but I seen some holes in the ship that I could patch up, and we can go on a longer journey together. But some people don't want that long journey. They'll take a short journey as long as they on top of that short ride. And I had to have a long conversation with my mother one night, and she said, babe, you just got to let them people ride on their ship as long as they can ride on their ship. Build your own ship. And when theirs is gone, you'll still be riding, and then they'll come back to you, and they'll be wanting to get on your ship. And then that's when you tell them, like, nah, we had an opportunity to work together, but you turned it down. And it ain't no bad feelings. I don't hate you. There's nothing. And matter of fact, keep your opinion to yourself of me, because you would know a different me if we were working together. But you only know me from a distance because you chose not to do business with me. Let me ask somebody, have you ever said something to a black man, my brothers, have you ever said to another brother, I got you, bro, we can do this together, bro, and bro, and a brother look at you right in your face and say, we ain't brothers. Nah, we ain't brothers. You ever had that happen to you? When you had the best intentions? Now, sisters, let me ask y'all something. Ladies, let me ask y'all something. Have you ever said that to a woman? Hey, sis, we can get in there and fix those cakes or those cookies together. And then what we'll have 3 times what we really need. And then they'll be like, who she thinks she is? You know what I'm saying? Who she thinks she is? She coming in here trying to run shit, thinking, when in fact, what she's doing is actually adding a lot of positivity, and she's adding more to what we're trying to do. And you'll always have some people in those circles that'll look at you and say, who they think they talking? Who she thinks she is? Who he think he is? When in fact, some of us turn our blessings away. Some of us turn people away from us that could really escalate us to a whole nother stratosphere. And we're too busy wanting to be the one in charge that don't want to be told anything. We don't even want to multiply in some cases because we're content with the struggle. No, fuck that, bro. My mama told me a long time ago, you got to leave people like that where they are, bro. Go do your own thing. Go do your own thing. I split a paper route with a dude one time. Back in the Faye. I'm gonna tell you, that was the hardest job I've ever had in my life. And I did that shit longer than any job outside of what I do for a career now. I had a paper route. Try getting a quarter a week from people in the hood. A fucking quarter. A shiny quarter. And I didn't threw papers up in the snow and in the rain on hot ass days. I'm throwing papers on rainy days. I got to stand out there and fold all the papers up and put a rubber band on them and put them in a plastic bag. And I got to go out there in the rain or in the snow and throw your paper. You signed up for this motherfucking paper. I didn't come ask you for a subscription. You signed up for the Cincinnati, what was it? The Cincinnati Post or the Cincinnati Enquirer. I didn't have anything to do with you signing up. I'm just the paper boy. And you don't have enough gumption, enough respect for a 12-year-old kid riding a bike through the neighborhood to give him a quarter? I split a paper route with a dude. Not only did we have to deal with the nonsense in a community, me and him fall out because now he want me to do his work on rainy days. We just don't get along. Look, man, I've learned, thank God for those lessons. Every lesson that I went through as a child, if you're paying attention to your childhood, if you're paying attention to the things you ever went through, if you place them in the archive, if you place them in the right part of your life, it would definitely play a major role later on in your life. I tell my children that all the time. This is the best thing that could possibly happen to you. And it's the worst thing in her life right now. I say, this is going to only make you stronger. This is going to make you a better person. You know, you going through this is, you know, you're going to, and they, you know, they don't like hearing it, but I tell them, you're going to go through much worse than this. You got some other shit. This is just preparing you for that stuff. Oh, you don't wish bad on me. No, I didn't. No, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not wishing bad on you. I don't have a crystal ball, but I know it's going to be some worse shit than this coming at you. Let me go to the phone lines. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt, it's Tracy. How are you?
Tracy, what's good, sis? Long time no talk to.
I know. I've been
How you
laying
feeling?
low. I won't complain. I'll say that.
Okay.
But I will update you all on if you haven't seen my page. I am out of the boot.
Okay.
I'm out off the walker unless I'm outside with somebody that doesn't know how to handle me outside. And I'm on a cane now. As old and feeble as it looks, I'll take it. And I've walked like a newborn calf off of the cane. So I'm trying to get there. I got to be back to work at the end of January. So I'm rushing now.
You walking a little raggedy though. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm walking like a little old pimp on a cane. But I'll take it.
Hey, it's better than being laid up in the house. How was your holidays?
I know that's right. It was okay. It was quiet. And that's just the way I wanted it. Right, so, you know, I didn't do too much. I didn't overdo it like I did Thanksgiving. So it was pretty cool.
That's what's up. What's up with you? What made you call today, Trace? What's happening?
I'm listening to you talk about, you know, going into business with people and how people change when they can't be in control.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, this is why we can't work together as a people, because everybody wants to be in charge. And sometimes we just got to learn how to fall back and be good at what we're good at rather than trying to be domineering and, you know, be in control. And it's another reason why, and I ain't trying to play the race card, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say. It's another reason why white folks stay 10 steps ahead, because even if they're working on something that they may have opposing views on, they're going to do it together to get the job done.
You're not
Meanwhile,
lying.
we so busy fighting over nickels, pennies, dimes, and quarters instead of looking at the common goal at the end.
You know what,
that's
Tracy?
what we need to be focused on.
You know what, Tracy? You know you my sister, right?
You ain't gonna disagree today. I know that's what you're gonna say.
No. I always agree with you because I help you make your points even solid. I think that you come with some strong points. No, sis, I think you come with some very valid, strong points a lot of the times. I just think that you need someone like me on your team, okay, that can validate your points even stronger, because there's people right now, Tracy, listening to you, and they're talking about, well, what's wrong with white people? What do white people do wrong? When we worried about everybody else other than ourselves, but we the ones worried about what we going through. We worried about where we are and what's stopping us, but we don't want to have a real conversation of what's really doing it. So when you do
Right.
bring up real issues of what we have to go through, then people start antagonizing that. They start messing with you about your truths of what you may have gone through and what you
Well,
may have
if they
faced.
want to answer to it, if you don't want me to look at the white man and what he's doing while we over here in the corner arguing, they could be in the other corner putting up the roadblocks for us because our head isn't on a swivel.
That's generally
my
what
answer.
happens. That's generally what happens. And let me tell you,
Yeah,
they don't, you know,
they don't sleep.
well, they don't. Let me just say this to you, this is what I wanted to give your point. I want to
Mhm.
strengthen it a little bit, if I may. And this is true. And anybody that wants to look it up, feel free to look it up. I'm 110% behind Tracy when she makes that statement. And you can hate on her, you can hate on me, but I can
You know I
prove.
don't care.
I know I don't care. I know you don't care either. I can prove what you're saying is a fact. Okay. You know how I can prove it?
How?
This is what I like to say to people when it comes to business. If you look at how most of us that look like you and I, Tracy, how we start business, we work,
Mhm.
we go get a 9 to 5, we hold our money together. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We save
Mhm.
our money to be able to start, or we come up on a little lick or something and we start our business. Most of us start before we're really ready. We don't start with any capital. And that's why we don't really make it, because we don't have enough, we don't have enough capital to really get started for the bad times. You got to be able to
Mhm.
you go through the bad times. Here's the difference. When white people, when Jewish people, when Asian peoples do startups, here's the difference in the communities. And I want everybody to listen and tag somebody, since y'all got these brilliant people that like to tell you so much about money and shit. What they generally do is they fundraise. They raise money to start their businesses.
Yep.
Black folks don't do that because we know black folks ain't gonna support us. We would rather go open up a rib joint and wait for people to stand in line and come and visit our business versus trying to raise $300,000 in our community, and then we start the business off of the fundraised money. We can't do that, and the reason why we don't do it is because we know we can't trust our community to come through on a fundraise. If you
Whose
ever
bank account is it gonna be in? Whose name
that's
gonna be on the
no trust amongst each other, but yet we so worried about how other people feel about us. We don't
Who's
trust
signing
us.
the back of the lottery ticket?
Right. Here go the
All of
other
that.
thing. Here go the other thing, sis. If you ever watch a show called Shark Tank, one of my favorite
Yes,
shows, okay?
absolutely.
I love to watch the successful people. I love to watch the newborn entrepreneur try to make it on a Shark Tank. I can tell you right out the gate, if it's gonna, I don't care what the idea is, they're never really paying attention to the idea. They're paying attention to the person. They're investing in the person, not the idea. They'll buy the idea. All right. But when they give you an investment towards what you're selling, they're basically investing into you. If they want your product, they will buy you. Okay. They all can afford to do that. And that's what capital, that's what people who are capital adventurers, that's what we do. All right. So now let me explain something to you. If you ever go and watch Shark Tank and you hear certain people say, well, I have investors, I have this, I have that, I owe $250,000 to my investors, I owe this. They raised money on the idea of this business first. Okay, they went out and raised money normally in their communities. They didn't ask you for $250. They went and raised $250 from people in their communities who had faith in what those people were doing. Now, how many of us could say, well, I raised $500,000 to open up my club, or I raised $500,000 to open up my IPO company? How many of us are standing around here saying we raised this money? And the reason why we don't approach business that way, sis, is because people in our community don't trust us to be that way. It's like you said, who name going on the back of the lottery ticket when we cash it up there? Take a picture of it, all that old shit. That's how we are. So people are going to listen to this conversation, and you know what they're going to get out of this? They're not going to get the truth. They're going to get well, what do white people do wrong? Why are they so hard on black people? But yet these the same people that bitch and complain about conditions all the time. And I'm trying to express to you why the conditions are what they are. The most black people don't trust black people. And I said it right here on my show. Ain't nothing wrong. Look, nothing wrong with saying an opinion, but I got some factual evidence to show you that black people don't raise money in the black neighborhood to start businesses. So when somebody like me come up and say, hey, why don't we try to invest money into getting a black-owned bank to come into the Cincinnati region? You see what I'm saying? Why don't we get a black-owned bank to come in and stationary in the Cincinnati area, they think I'm crazy. They think I sound stupid. You know why?
Right.
They don't think that way. And none of them are really trying to raise money to start a business. What they'd rather do is go work a 9 to 5, God bless you, and save $1,000 a month, or if you can do that or whatever it is, you'll save as much as you possibly can, and then you'll get out there and can't afford to be in business. And then you'll say Black folks don't support Black-owned businesses. And then you'll
Yeah.
turn around and say, I didn't have the bottom line is you didn't have enough capital. And then you didn't know how to raise the capital. And then you didn't really qualify for $500,000 at the bank. So, can't we really be honest with one another and say the reason why a lot of our businesses fail, or a lot of the reasons why we're not on the same level as people, is because we just don't have the same support, nor do we don't know how to do it the way they know how to do it. Isn't that fair?
I think it's fair. Speaking of Shark Tank, let me tell you about an investment that,
Okay.
well, I'm not going to call it an investment. It was a purchase. I know the difference. So there was this Black guy. I saw it on Facebook. His company is called Kobe's Lip Balm.
Oh,
COB.
yeah. The young Black brother,
Okay.
little Black brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was proud when I saw the, Shark Tank advertisement on video on Facebook, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy some of these little lip balms. They'll be great stocking stuffers.
Right.
And I spent $40, and I think I might have got 6 of them.
Woo!
December 2nd, I ordered them. So maybe December 12th, I got an email. Sorry, we're running behind, but your order is on the way.
Okay.
So here we are, December 20, what's today, the 28th, 29th, or 30th, whatever day it is. I've been sitting so long, I don't even know.
We're the 30th,
So
but we got you. We got you back.
so I had already canceled my order because I'm irritated. It's past Christmas. I didn't get my order. I want my money back. So I got my cancellation number, but then I get an email 2 days later that said he shipped it. I did the tracking, and the shit's sitting in Las Vegas stuck somewhere. I called his cell phone personally. Like, I had to really do some digging and left a message like, dude, I canceled my order. I gave him the cancellation number, gave him the order number. I said, you sent me a confirmation. You turned around and said it's been shipped out. Now it's pending. The order is pending somewhere in Las Vegas. Give me my money. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. How is this business even run? Everybody's raving about it all over social media. But I'm like, why am I the person that don't have any orders? Like,
Well,
where's my stuff at? I'm just irritated.
Sis, no, I hear you. I hear the frustration. But here's the thing, and I don't mean to say anything bad about the guy, because business is business. Struggles, those type of things happen to all businesses, white businesses, Asian, and all of them. But I think we're a little bit more critical when we buy from us. I mean,
okay, but my question is should he have taken a deal so he could have better customer service?
Well, I think better customer service would have been, I'm going to refund you your money. And maybe said, hey, what we'll do is, can I refund you 50% of your money back and I still send the order? Is that acceptable? That's what I would have done.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Here's what happens. I don't want to give him an excuse. Okay. But I do want to say this to you. Sometimes businesses scale way too fast. He may not be able to deliver on, and I tell people this all the time about getting in business and getting in when a little over your head. Now let me ask you this. I remember his product, but did he get a deal on Shark Tank, or did he walk away?
He walked away.
Right.
From the video that I saw, he walked away.
So here's the thing. He capitalized just by being on the show. People ordered his product, but he wasn't in a position to be able to fulfill all those orders because the show put him on, gave him more marketing advertising dollars than he probably could ever afford. So you have to go into that situation understanding what he's going through right now. He probably has 2 million people placing orders, and he probably can only fulfill 10,000 orders a month. So he's probably behind, and it's definitely one of them situations where if he, like, that's the guy that I would have wanted if I would have known. That's the guy that went on Shark Tank, got his product out there, didn't accept a deal. And the deal they probably was trying to steal from him. And I hate to say it, but yeah, capital adventurers want the lion's portion of the money. All right. They probably were looking to get more equity in his company that he was willing to give up. Okay.
Mhm.
But yet when he walked away from that situation, he got a lot of exposure and a lot of orders that he couldn't fulfill. You see what I'm saying? And that's the
Right.
same thing that happened to Damon from Fubu. When he
Mhm.
got on with
Mhm.
LL Cool J, when LL Cool J put him in a commercial, put their product in a commercial, their orders flew off the shelf because they went back up to the Las Vegas show, and now they got posters of LL, and everybody's making all these orders now to be able to put in their retail stores, and they couldn't fulfill the order. Now let me tell you what Dame's mom did. She borrowed against her house. Okay, they did some type of mortgage, an extended mortgage on her house for $100,000 or $150,000. So now they could go out and meet these orders. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So this
Mhm.
young man may not have had that type of he may not have that same path. But let me just say this. We got to know that that's probable. All right. And I know you're frustrated because you're seeing it from a consumer point of view. Let me ask you something, sis.
I'm frustrated because I don't work. I figured he might have been a one-man shop, but I'm not working right now, and I'm just trying to support his business. And I hate paying for something and getting nothing in return because I
Right.
don't have money to throw away whether I'm working or not.
No,
and I'm sure you don't either.
I feel you. Trust me. You're frustrated. Here, sis. All right. I've agreed with everything you said all the way up till probably right now. And that's not that I don't agree with you from a consumer point of view, but you can't have it both ways. You're trying to help the young brother out, but yet you want to be treated like like a consumer. I get it, but you didn't step into this situation to help him out just as from a consumer point of view. You're trying to help him out because he's a young black man trying to get a business going, and you want to support him, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so supporting him would be, in this particular case, understanding what his dilemma may be. Okay, but you want to be frustrated like a consumer. And I'm not saying you're wrong for that. I just need you to be a little bit more understanding of where he may be in this business, because it's not that he can't do what needs to be done. It may be that he's not facilitated properly to be able to do it. And maybe he should cut his orders off. Okay, maybe he should say, I can't take any more orders, but you only get one shot sometime with people. I would rather take, and this is going to sound bad from on a business point of view, I would rather do business with someone in this particular case and maybe not come through, but be able to make up my mistake. Because if I never get an order from you, if I get an order from you and I turn it away, you may never come back. But if I get an order from you and it messes up, I got an opportunity to make it right with you. Okay, I can make it right with you. I can add you I can make you special. I can do something special for you. Some of us, like if you're a barber and somebody come in there and sit down and wait to be cut, and you got appointments coming in and they didn't wait 2 hours, once they leave, they probably will never come back. They'll never, because that experience was bad. You see what I'm saying? But if you
Yeah, I guess, Randy, my point is, and it may sound like a selfish consumer to you, but I'm gonna tell you the difference. I just want to get what I pay for. If the shoe was on the other foot and he was on Facebook and said, I walked away from him, but I want to ask my people or my fans or whoever if you would just give me a donation, I would have gave him the $40 and been done with it. But here now, my Christmas gifts came up short because he's short. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, sis, and that's bad business. Okay, but you know what? I've gone in Kentucky Fried Chicken a few times in my life, and they were out of certain things, and I understood. But I've also
And they
seen
offered you something else, right?
they've sometimes it all depends on the customer service. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But in this particular case, I think, and I'm not trying to give him an excuse. I just want to think realistically about this, because I remember that young man. I didn't know if he got a deal or not. Here's the thing: if he would have walked away with a deal, you would not have gone through what you went through. Because
I think they offered him a deal, but he didn't want to give 20% stake in his company. I think that's what it was.
Okay. And I don't know the infrastructure. I don't know who he owed. I don't know anything about if he should have took the deal or not. All I'm saying is, if he would have took a deal from any one of those sharks sitting up there, if he would have took a deal from me, we wouldn't have had that issue. Because the first
Right.
thing we do is we set up massive distribution and a structure.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you start on. He was doing business the way he was doing. The business you did with that young man is the same business he was doing before he even got on Shark Tank. He wasn't
Right.
ready. He wasn't ready.
Yeah,
And
because you
for,
could easily outsource that. I mean, it's all type of ways to do that, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to take up the next
Okay.
person's time. I just wanted to put that out there.
all right, sis. Well, look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling, and Happy New Year to you. And
Thank to you.
talk to you soon. Thanks for engaging
Bye-bye.
with us. All right. Yeah, sometimes we move too fast. You can I had that issue. My very this is not a long story, but it's a story of what I went through. Okay. When I started my very first company, it was dealing in textiles. Okay. And my brother-in-law, I think I've told this story before. My brother-in-law worked for Procter & Gamble. He was fairly new there. He had only been there a couple years, and he was a project manager. He had an opportunity. I had an opportunity to talk to a project manager, being him, at Procter & Gamble, and he had a brand that he was representing. I think it was Tide. And he wasn't the actual project manager. I think he was the assistant to the project manager, but the project manager happened to be a brother as well. So he brought in my brother-in-law. They were Batman and Robin of this particular brand for P&G. And I sold myself to my brother-in-law like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I got all the I can do this, I can do that, and I can do this. But I couldn't do it. I was in a position where I was outsourcing. I had the ability to touch the textile, send it out and get it all worked up the way it needs to be worked out, put it in my hand, and then hand it to my customer. Well, sometimes you can get in a position where you're moving too fast. I was not in an independent position. I was more so middleman position. And some positions are just not meant for the middleman. All right. You have to be independent. You have to be able to produce the product yourself and eat any cost, any loss. You have to be in those positions. So they needed Tide company from P&G. They needed 2 shirts for a convention in 48 hours, in like 2 days. And he was like, this is what it's going to be, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know about doing 2 shirts and this. So I got more excuses than a motherfucker going to jail at this point. Oh man, I don't know if I can get it done that fast. Because now I got to go to all my suppliers. Hey, I need this done. And now they want to charge me an arm and a leg to stop doing everything that they're doing to make what I'm trying to do work. So now they giving me this high ass price to get 2 pieces done of $300. Now, even if I give my brother-in-law the price that it's costing me to do 2 shirts, $300, $150 a piece, I'm not in a position to turn around and say, hey, take these, just take them. Because this is going to cost me $300. I'm not ready for that. I can't afford to pull $300 out of my pocket and just hand it to him and hope that future business come to me. I wasn't in that position. So if I can't fulfill that little small 2-piece order that's going to cost me $300 out my pocket, how am I ever going to get a 10,000 piece deal from Procter & Gamble? How would they ever look at me as being a serious competitor in that space for me to fulfill 10,000 shirts to them? See, I'd have been better off just dealing with the Tues and fews, the half a dozen, the dozens, and build yourself up to become independent, to build your own, build it up so now the machines are at your dispense. Like you can use the machines anytime you need. You can do that same $300 job that they were going to charge me for those 2 items. If I had everything myself, it would have cost me $60. And then I would have been able to give him 2 shirts to take to his convention, and it would have cost me $60. And I probably would have got the 10,000 shirt order. Okay. $50,000 they end up spending, and I couldn't come through because the order was too big for what I was trying to. I wasn't ready yet. Is it Tanika? Has the cake company on here? She does cakes. I told her right here on the show. I haven't seen her in a while. I told her, I said, sis, just grind. Just grind, because the last thing you want is somebody like Walmart or Target to like your product and you're not ready for them yet. Because if your product get on their website and you end up needing to make for orders, if you get an order and it's averaging 100 cakes a day, are you in a position to be able to fulfill an order that's going to keep your oven going 100 cakes per day? Are you facilitated to cook 100 cakes or fix bake 100 cakes in one day? Because if you can't, don't even go in that direction of looking to do business with them yet. It's not going to be good for you. Some companies only give you one shot. And if you mess it up, it's good luck trying to get back in those. It's too many people standing in line for that opportunity. Let me go to the phone lines real fast. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
You know who it is.
Twin, what's good with you, brother?
Ain't nothing good. I've been holding on for the last 2 hours.
Bro, you've been on hold for 5 minutes and 34 seconds. What are you talking about? Stop playing.
What's up, Wyatt?
What's good with you, man?
Welcome back to the trap, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
Miss you, big dog.
Missed you more than
Hey,
you know.
man, nice time, man. Hey, that's pimping right there. Wyatt, let me get that towel, man. I got some gators with those, man.
No
I
problem.
got some gators in the closet. Hey, stop, little boy. Come on, Daddy. Jesus Christ, I need a daycare. I got you, baby. I got you. Daddy got you.
You better
I'm
be
sorry,
careful.
Wyatt. Yeah, he's something
You
else.
better be careful, bro.
You know,
There's some people that know that number over here. They know that phone number, that 421 kids, whatever that shit is. They know that number.
man, that man be unplugging stuff, man.
Yeah, be careful. What's on your mind today, twin? What's good?
Not much, man. Not much, really. I ain't really, got much to say and stuff.
You just
I
called to
forgot
say
where
hello?
to start or when to finish and everything.
You just called to say hello?
Yeah, you got into a business talk and everything, which was a positive note and everything, but I really got sidetracked a little bit. I was hearing different conversation, but other than that, why my Christmas, I was blessed, man.
Good.
See another Chris, I can't complain. And then, I look on Facebook and I was concerned about my little cousin because he was locked up with my son, Reese. He just got released back in September, man. And here you go, Wyatt. 2 days ago, started looking on Facebook, rest in peace. And when they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you ain't ready to change, you already go have that stamp with you. So he young, about 26, 27, and I guess he still want to gang bang out there, man. Got caught lacking.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
And I see it on Facebook and try to confirm with his my cuz, like, damn, that's nephew. That's what happened. He said, yeah. I said, man, sorry to hear it, because he was right there when I was talking to my son and all that. And man, I don't know, man. You live and you learn, basically.
Some of us do.
It, though, man.
Some of us do, not all of us.
Yeah, and then I'm talking about this girl went up there to your town. I mean, not your town, your Walmart in Columbus. And she was like, man, there's some money's off the chain up there. And I laughed.
Yeah.
And she, Wyatt, she went up there, man, video and all that. I said, man, you crazy. I said, my guy that got the podcast, he be on it. So he live up. I said, no, I mean, he been to visit. And he was talking about on his podcast how they got out. He said, man, they off the meat rack, twin. I said, yeah. And she showed me. I said, dang.
Well, I don't know if you noticed or not, twin, but Columbus, Ohio has the second largest Somalian population in the country.
Dang.
So get ready, because you're going to hear a lot of stuff going on in some, up there.
Yeah.
Because I told y'all, what did I describe to the show when I told you that it was a bunch of people up there it wasn't Spanish people, it was us. It was black folks, but they were Samoan. And I was like, bro, it is crazy up there. Like they everywhere. And I said, this is different. It's different what's going on up there, bro. It's a whole community. And I mean, they stealing shit, they fighting. It just don't look right. Did I not say that before any of this Somalian stuff came up?
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, if you don't believe me, they got shit on TikTok these days. I didn't realize it till my kids told me. My daughters told me that, Columbus, that the Eastern Mall behind Eastern, it's one of the best malls in the country, I think. But when you go back behind Eastern Mall where Walmart and the car dealerships are, that community back there, that Somalian area back there,
they got a little village or something back there.
Oh my God, it's off the chain, bro. It is off. Listen, bro. My wife wouldn't even get out of the car. Y'all can call us uppity.
I remember you saying she
my
had
wife
to have
is
a
from
fight
Baltimore, yo. You can say whatever you want to say. She ain't tripping about no smoke, but I'm just being honest with y'all. You don't want the smoke up there because these are desperate type, people that don't give a fuck. They don't care, so they will do whatever. So people can get as mad as they want to get. At least we tell the truth. And I'm telling you, it's crazy up there. And that's what I was telling y'all a few months ago. Like, that ain't regular. That ain't regular hanging out at the store and hanging out. And these people look like they gonna rob your ass when you go into the and my wife had to go to my glove box, bruh, in my car. Like, I'm not getting out of here. And I got y'all. Look, we walked in there as twin, and it just felt like and looked like something was about to jump off.
Show Wyatt, I was like, whoa.
Hey,
like, they was lurking like, hey, I rode the L train in Chicago, and I know when, bootleggers and, counterfeits be waiting and stuff to get their Vic or whatever. Yeah. And that's how from looking at that video, that's how they were looking. Why? Like, I'm going to get that one. And all. I was like, man, he wasn't lying.
Here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing. I finally found out, because twin, you and I both have been talking about this for years right here on Wyatt Live. I think one of the things that attracted you to the show is I was talking a little bit about Chicago at one time, and you being from Chicago, that probably helped you, relate to what we do over here. So
yes,
what I've learned is, and I know people gonna really think that I'm on some other shit right now, but I don't care. I'm a grown ass man going into 2026, so I'm feeling good about myself right now. But the truth, what I feel about these illegal people that are coming to the country, now I know why. I used to think it was because AK-47 probably can vouch for what she probably thought I was thinking is the voting status and the voting, a group of people wanted the votes and they wanted them to be eligible to vote. Now I see the hustle and I see the game. And it was because I'm not into the housing market anymore. I don't do Section 8 housing. I don't do any of that. So I don't know who the primary customers are anymore. I'm not in the daycare game. I'm not into any of the type of things that government facilitate, money to. I'm not into that. So I can't see the coming and the going. But I obviously can see now why it is important for certain groups of people, political people, to bring immigrants into the country, because the immigrants are being used for the hustle game of daycare, stimulus packages for food, homelessness. That's where it's coming from. They're using Somalians to do it.
You talking about right now or back then?
I'm sorry? No, I'm talking about the whole purpose of them. The whole here's the thing. How could you say that a group of people who are supposed to be here and living a better life, and we're providing, they're providing, they're bringing a work ethic to the country? How could you say that group of people is good for the city when all of them are on assistance and they're not taxpaying dollars? They're not taxpaying people. These are people that are being used for the status of these 501(c)(3)s so they can collect the money. Now I clearly see. I thought it was because, okay, the long game is they'll come here, they'll get citizenship, and they'll be able to vote, and it'll keep certain people in power. But now I'm starting to see, if you go to Minnesota and you look at how much money is being used, how they're beating the system. And here's the thing: we can joke about it, we can say whatever we want to say, but one thing we know for sure, and I don't care what party you part of, one thing we can say for sure: it'll be 3,000 black folks in jail if we was running game like they using them Somalians to do. Those Somalians aren't the ones that's doing it. They're just using those people to be able to run them games. The Somalians are the new black folks. They just using them to put them in the system so they can make the profit and make the money off of those folks. Those folks aren't organizing that. Do you understand? Do they look like they around $9 billion? No. If you look at the Somalians up in Columbus, Ohio, they don't have a pot to piss in. So how is it somebody's bringing in that much money off the backs of those people? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now I clearly see why immigration was so important to certain people. It's very clear to me now that it's in daycare. They got daycares with signs up there in Minnesota, don't even have the spelling on the signs right. How you going to be a learning center and you don't even know how to spell learning? All I'm saying to you is I see the hustle now. The hustle is off. It's no different than it's always been, twin. We're going to hustle off the people that don't know any better and don't see it coming. And it's always going to be the poor people. And they don't care what color you are. It don't have to be Somalians. It could be anybody that don't know any better that they allow to come into this country.
Hey, Wyatt, you remember 20 years ago how the Mexicans used to ride with us? You remember 20, 30 years ago how the Mexicans, we were brother, sister type deal. And then now that they run their people over there and all that, and they uppity, they don't care nothing about us. You remember that?
Well, I got to give
we gave them A for a game. We would ride or die. And I grew up with the Mexicans, Latinos cool.
Well, see, there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference between the Mexicans and the Latinos. They'll tell you that. You're talking probably about Latinos. I've never known Mexicans to come to the country and be cool with black folks. Matter of fact, the Latinos don't really get along with the Mexicans in some of the cities.
No, they don't get along with, but Latinos is more closer to the blacks than the Mexicans.
Yes.
The Mexicans was they were straight slave combat, straight cotton field. When we gave them A for the game, this how y'all do it, speak it like this, and they ran with it. Now they don't know us. They act like the white folks and stuff. Oh, they racist over there, and they got on their team. But we gave them A for a game. Latinos been right with us. When we gave them Mexicans game, they took flight on it. Like, we don't know you. We don't know all that. So, yeah, I remember how it was like that, man.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I lived in some cities that had a separation of, that had gang violence, and it was very segregated when it came down to Latinos, Mexicans, and blacks. I tell you who's big on that was New Orleans. New Orleans didn't have a very high Mexican population, but they do have a Haitian population that's wild, and of course us blacks. And then they didn't have a lot of Latino gang violence at that time when I was there either. But I will say this: I've never known Mexicans to partake in any type of unity with black folks. Now, that's not saying Latinos didn't. Latinos, especially in like the East Coast, like in New York, like they get along. Like in New York is the only place I know that Latinos can get away with saying the N-word and blacks not get mad. Let a Mexican call a black person the N-word up in New York and it'll be a problem. It's just different.
They closer to us though, Latino. Like my brother down in Florida, he married to one.
I don't know. I don't know why we think that. I don't know why we think that, because Latino and Mexicans, they more close to each other than we are to Latinos, bro. I mean, I like everybody.
Who is? Mexicans? Latino?
Yeah, bro.
You talking Puerto Rican?
Bro, they got the same tongue. What do you mean? You think blacks? You talking street shit. I'm talking about heritage.
No, they ain't close, man.
Okay.
With a Mexican Puerto Rican, they ain't close like that.
Okay.
I mean, they are right or whatever, but they ain't close like that. I got a sister-in-law right now. We get along with the wetbacks
Well,
and stuff. We can consider them and everything. They are right. But other than that, no.
okay.
When it comes to that, no.
So why
Even the street,
so now let
street
me ask you
code.
this. Then let me ask you this. Why are blacks so close to Latinos, to Puerto Ricans? Like why are
because we got the same language. We speak the same language.
and that language is what?
It's the same thing. Same thing we do. They do. They want to be us. Black folks is the number one culture and everything, man. Everybody want to be us.
It's funny that you say that, but when it comes to the statistics, when it comes to the stats,
It's our own kind that's doing each other in. Ain't no white, Mexican, whatever doing it. It's our own kind. But everybody want to be us, Wyatt.
so
We
why?
started this and we can finish if we come together.
This just never really. And I'm not arguing with you. I'm just
No,
asking.
no.
I'm
Player, it's
asking
your
the
show.
question.
We can agree or disagree. I respect you.
I'm just puzzled.
Now don't grow the bathroom and take your jacket off either,
No.
man.
What I'm saying
Sit there
to you
for
is,
a minute.
I mean, think about what you just said. For
Okay.
a group of people such as us that are looked upon as being the trendsetters, and everybody want to be like us, if that's how you feel. Everybody want to be like us, but yet we're the lowest on the totem pole of everything when it comes down to.
We the lowest, Wyatt. We the lowest, but listen here,
how
player.
does everybody
Out
else
there,
capitalize?
Chinese and
Wait a
Russian
minute.
and all that.
What I'm saying to you.
Playing that
Wait a minute.
Look at them. Man, we started this. Look at TikTok and all that. They doing them TikTok. What is that little church song? Praise them. Everybody scoop and all that. That little TikTok dance they doing. And you got the white folks doing it now.
Yeah, we're talking.
You got Chinese doing it now.
Yeah.
Let us do our own. Why y'all got to bite off us? Go catch the other train. It's another train coming. Catch that one.
All I'm saying, and I hear you. I don't know about the train analogy, but I hear you. All I'm saying to you is think about what you're saying, because there's some truth. There's truth in what you're saying. If we're the person, or if we're the group of people that everybody look up to, and we set the trends and they want to be like us, but yet we have no ownership in any of that stuff. We control hip hop, but we don't own hip hop.
Did you just hear what Tracy just said?
About what?
Did you just hear what she said, man?
Yeah, about what?
We can't come together because we want to hate. You said it too, because we want to hate on each other. We hate to see the next man come up. That's why we can't come together, man.
Well, I don't know if that's
you
100.
just said out your mouth,
yes, but
about 30, 40 minutes ago, probably lesser than that we can't come out because we worry about the next man making 50 cents or more dollar than us. You just said out your mouth, Mr. Wyatt.
No, I didn't quite say it like that.
You did, buddy. I can't quote it right, but buddy, yes, you did.
Well, you got to say what I said in proper context. You can't just say I said something and
Hey,
take it out of context.
Proper context is proper context.
No.
And that context, what you said out that wide mouth was that, hey, we can't do this because buddy want to know how much you make on how much they make. You said out your mouth, man.
Yeah, but
you can't take it back. No.
Twin. What I'm saying
That's
to
my
you,
name, man.
Okay, I'll get it right. What I'm saying to you is this, bro.
Yeah.
That is not the main reason why working together is the problem, is because we watch how much each other make. Okay, that is part of the nucleus of the problem. That has something to do with it, but it's not the main focus. Sometimes it's I don't want him to be in charge, or I don't want her
jealousy and envy with, right?
Not necessarily. Sometimes it's a matter of trust. Sometimes it's not always jealousy. Sometimes it's a matter of trust. I remember my old godfather, Mr. Jones, used to always tell me, watch this. We would be in court. Somebody would come ask him a question, something simple. How do I get out of here? And he would come over to us, the person, him or she would come over to us and say, hey, how you get out of here? How you get out of the courtroom or whatever? Mr. Jones would say, go down there, turn to the left. That's the exit door. You know, as that person, he'll be like, all right, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. He'll walk away from us. Pops will nudge me and say, watch this shit. Watch what he do. As soon as he see a white man.
Wrong door.
No. As soon as he see a white man, he gonna stop and ask the white man the same question he asked us. and the white man gonna tell him something. He gonna tell him something, either a different path or the same path, obviously. But what was the point of him even stopping to ask the white lawyer, the white man, why?
Because you rather hear
Because he
from
would rather
somebody
hear
else
it.
than
Right,
his
right.
own
It
kind.
was a letter. It was a matter of trust. There's a
Yeah.
lack of trust amongst us, and because I always felt like anybody that has larceny in their heart, they don't trust people. People that don't trust people generally have larceny in their own heart. It starts right there. It usually
Yeah.
it kind of, not everybody, because there's some people that don't trust people because they've been done wrong so many times, but
That's
they
true.
generally learn how to pick and choose where they get the information, or who they, who they deal with. Like women, y'all clearly can see a player. You can you didn't been with too many players, so you can see what a player is. Now you picking and choosing players if that's what you want to deal with, and now you choose and pick players, but you deal with them accordingly. Okay, he a player, so now you might not give him your bank book, but you'll deal with him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason that may be, you just deal with them accordingly. We just lack trust because it has nothing to do all the time with he's worried about how much money I'm making. Sometimes we lack the trust of, if we get on, am I still going to be here? Is he going to do me right? Is she going to do me right if we're successful? And for me, I would rather deal with that shit once we become successful, instead of sabotaging my own path or my opportunity of getting where I need to be, because I'm worried about when I get there, how it's going to be. That to me is a waste of energy and a waste of time. And I've learned over 20 years to stay away from people like that. I don't deal with people that don't trust me. All right. If you don't trust me, you probably have larceny in your heart. You probably will do me bad. That's how I think about things. Now, I might be wrong, but Twin, if you and I say, hey, man, we're going to start this grocery store in Avondale, and then you have all these contingencies and it's based on trust, then if the contract's not big enough and good enough for you, then I have to second guess doing business with you, because I have to say to myself, this dude probably going to burn me if he get an opportunity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't really go into business with somebody that don't trust me, because that's a sign that I shouldn't really be trusting them. If the contract is not strong enough to make our business function, then I don't want to do business with you.
Yeah.
And here's the
That's
other
true.
thing to what you just said. I'll say this and I'll let you finish this out. When you say that everybody want to be like us and we do this and we had that and we basically just nutting it all up, you're saying that we're trendsetters and everybody trying to be like us. What bothers me about that is, if what you're saying is true, which I believe it to be true, if we know that, then we should know to use that as leverage when it comes down to business.
Of course.
We have no ownership in all of this trend setting that we have. Like, at once, Tommy Hilfiger is still selling clothes. Ralph Lauren is still selling clothes. And these are people that are selling clothes in the Black community. We've been buying polo for 50 years, okay, for 40 years. But we can't find a FUBU shirt anywhere. We can't find a Players University shirt anywhere walking around on the street. You can't find Carl Kanai walking around the streets. Why did those things fade out? Cross colors. These are companies that were owned by Black folks. Do you know that BET was built on the back of Black folks? We haven't owned BET in 27 years. Those were trendsetters. Those were things that I used to watch BET in the morning before I went to school. You see what I'm saying? Like, those are things that we should have never let get in the hands of other people. And we would rather trust giving those things in our what I call legacy. We don't mind giving that stuff away for $1.
Right.
And I don't think people pay attention to that. I really don't think they pay attention to it. Go ahead, Twin. Take us out of here, bro.
I got, how much time you got? Because I got two statements I want to make before I leave this great podcast.
Okay, well, brother, go ahead and get your 2 statements out, man. I got to the top of that. I got a few minutes. Go ahead.
Wyatt, it hurt me a little bit for the OG Elwood Jones.
Okay, the
He
Cincinnati
did
guy.
27 years, 30 years, right?
He did 30 years. 30 years on death row, from my understanding.
Okay.
Now, can I say this, Twin, before you get started on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to let everyone know, I don't know any of the evidence. I don't know anything about the case of what's his name again? Elwood.
Yeah,
Elwood.
Elwood.
What is it?
Elwood. I
Elwood.
think it's Elwood or Elmwood, something
Okay,
like that.
Mr. Jones.
Elwood, I believe.
I don't know any of the evidence. I don't know anything about the case. So I'm not. My opinion is probably not going to be valued much, because I just want to disclose. I don't know anything of what got him convicted.
What I bring up about that is because I had a cousin back in '89, and it still hurt me. And I stopped sending him money because it was stupid the way he did. He did 25 years. Why?
Wow.
You took your mama through remember I told you about my cousin who was close like my brother, killed himself, suicide.
Okay.
I'll describe it on your show.
Okay.
And then after that, 3 years later, his brother got killed too.
Okay.
Then you got my auntie on the kidney machine. You took her through this. You did 25 years, come out, stayed out 3 years, strangulate somebody, and you go back in.
How did he get out? Did he do his time? He did his time?
He did 25 years off of a body.
Okay.
Under old law.
Okay.
25 years. He get out. Brother commits suicide. Other brother get murdered. Mama on dialysis and everything else. He mad because the family won't send him a kite. And I used to, and I stopped, and I'm like, man, I can't, fam. Because, man, how you do this? You already know how it is, and you went back to your old ways in the 80s, and you ain't go past the 90s. I'll say the 80s.
Okay.
Whatever. But, and my case with Edward Jones and people bashing him and all that, even though he got out 2022, he's not adapt to this new system. He feel like he probably had said in his old ways, I can do this and I can do that and all that. People say, well, he should have a driver. He's 70-something years old and all that. But in my way, he should have known better, because before you get out, Wyatt, I was locked up. You institutionalized. But it's a program that's set up for you to adapt to society. Get your ID, we'll have a job, we'll try to find you a job. And if you want to, that's either drug court or anger management counseling, whatever programs that they got out there, because they sent me to drug court because I sold dope or whatever and everything else. But they did evaluation. Oh, you cool, twin, you can go and all that.
Okay.
But they set you up with this in case you're going through the struggles.
Okay,
they
so
don't want you to go
what
back.
You're saying? He's been out since 2022, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had time to get his ID. If he had a strong base that's behind a family that really care or whatever, he knew about, I got to do this, I got to do this, whatever. But when you're in a moment like him, and he basically still hurt from that. He wants to get, after he got that okay for Connie to let him go free and your case dismissed, you ain't got it. He's like, man, I'm about to party, and I ain't. He probably wasn't thinking.
Man, listen. Let me say something about
every
this.
man held accountable for their own action.
He got an OVI. He got an OVI, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, the only reason why, and I'm not trying to take anything away or say that it's not irresponsible. And y'all know I don't condone bad behavior and shit like that. But the truth of the matter is, bro, and I hate drinking and driving. I hate drunk drivers because they always hurt somebody else. They always kill someone else. But let me just say this to you. He did the same thing that a lot of people in Hamilton County do. They get DUIs. The only reason why this one is so bright and in the media is because of this man's past of what just happened in him beating this conviction of being overturned. That's the only. I mean, there are people that work for companies in the city that get DUIs and OVIs that run in the polls and do all that same shit. I understand how this might be highlighted or something different, but the man been out in the streets for 3 years now. Yeah. He didn't just, it ain't like he was sitting in a jail cell and he got out because Connie Pillage came and signed him out and said, "You're free now." And the first thing in life he did out here was fucking drink and drive. That's not what happened. I'm sure he's been out here. This probably ain't the first time he drunk and drive. It probably ain't. He probably had some situations where he was doing some things prior to this particular situation. But what I'm not gonna do is fall for this bullshit of this man beat a murder case and now he out here being reckless. I can't go for that. Look, I'm not condoning what he did, okay? But you're not gonna have me caught up in some bullshit talking about he beat a murder. Now he out here acting stupid. He's probably been doing this shit for 3 years. I'm gonna be honest with you, for 3 years. And that might sound like I'm bigging him up to tear him down. I'm not necessarily doing that. All I'm saying to you is this. There's a lot of people in Hamilton County that do what he did, run in the polls and do all that. The only reason why he's being highlighted is because of what he just went through. That's it. And I'm not saying that everybody, it's okay, because drunken drivers kill people. So I'm not condoning that at all. But I'm not going to let people make me think that, see how irresponsible this guy is? He didn't kill somebody. They didn't ran this up on Hamilton County, and Connie Pillage let him out, and now he running around killing, riding around. He gonna kill somebody. He really gonna kill somebody. I'm not getting caught up in that, bro. I'm not gonna do it. You got school teachers out here drinking and driving, and all type of CEOs and basketball coaches and all that old shit, DUIing out here, and you could call them just as irresponsible as you can call this man.
Yeah, cause I got my first DUI in Cincinnati and everything, man. And after that, I said, I can't do that. It's just about paying the money and going through them classes and all that nonsense, man. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. Got SR22, and no, I'm cool. So I'd rather, I'm jumping in the passenger seat. It ain't me driving.
Shit, he might not even have had a license. I don't even know. I don't know, because that shit don't matter to me, to be honest with you. And I'm not. So if I would have brought it up and didn't know anything about it, I probably would look like a fool.
It's basically he's a target. He beat him he beat Joe Dieters at his game, and they after him. And
they ain't after him. See, that's what you're not gonna do. They ain't after him. Okay, they're not after him. He did some shit that put himself on the radar. He broke the law. If it'd be one thing if they were watching him come out of every establishment. If he was going to the Reds game and they was pulling him over just to F with him, or if he was going to the Bengals game and they was just pulling him over to mess with him. But that's not the case here. This motherfucker came out, was drinking and driving and hit some poles and shit, and he put himself on the radar. So I'm not gonna let nobody sit here and convince me they messing with him. He did.
He's got a target on his back. He beat the system and everything. I don't care what you say. He beat the system. You had even reporters coming out here. What you think about this? What is this and all that when he got out of jail and all that? Come on, man.
So you think
when you beat the system
targeting him?
And Joe Diaz party sitting that mess? Hey, I don't care. Follow him. Do whatever you got. Stall him out.
But that's not what happened,
man.
Twin.
Come on, man.
Twin. He ran into some poles and shit out on the street, bro. They didn't have to. They ain't got to follow nobody that's doing shit like that.
I know. He ran to some poles and all that, and they said, "Who driving the car?" Oh, it's Elwood Jones.
Who would not take a breathalyzer test? Who would not? Come on, man.
So what? What I gotta take when I ain't drunk? I ain't gotta take nothing. Go get your sergeant. I ain't gotta listen to you.
Okay.
What you go arrest me? Take me to jail. But right now I want to talk to your sergeant. I ain't gotta talk to no police. That's law.
That's not the law.
Pull me on, I ain't gotta talk to no police.
That's not the law.
Go get your sergeant.
That's not the law. That's not the.
What
don't
you
do
mean,
that,
man. You ain't gotta talk to no police. Go get your sergeant.
I can imagine who taught you that. Who taught you that you don't have to talk to the law?
Okay, you better know law. You better know law, man.
Okay,
you do not have to talk to no regular police.
Okay.
You ain't got to talk to no police. You can go get your sergeant.
Let me say something to you. You keep on listening to that shit. And
What you need to do, Perfect. Okay.
I'm not Mr. Perfect, brother, but I don't want somebody to be educated on some shit that
I know law. I bet you that. Okay. I ain't got to. I got the right to remain silent. Go get your chiefs.
Nobody said that you didn't have the right to remain silent. But if you're being detained on suspicion of,
I don't have to talk to you. I go get your chief. The head nigga in charge, go get him.
so
I
you
ain't gotta
saying
talk
that
to you.
you saying that if you're pulled over by the police in an investigation, that you don't have to listen to the police. You can go to the chief of police. That's the only person you can answer to is the chief of police.
Let me call my lawyer or let me go get your chief. I ain't gotta talk to you.
What is your lawyer gonna do for you when you pulled over by the police? What does a lawyer normally do? What do they normally tell you to do?
What is he charged with? Get your lawyer on the phone. What is he charged with? What are you stopping him for?
First of all, is that what you had a lawyer on retainer? So when you got pulled over, you would dial your lawyer up and have them talk to the police? No, because let me tell you what your lawyer is going to tell you. Your lawyer is going to say, just listen to them and do what they tell you to do. Just don't say anything that's going to incriminate you. A lawyer is not going to instruct you not to obey them. He's not going to do that. He or she is not going to do that.
Police, you can go get your chief. Go get your chief. I don't want to talk to you. Go get the captain.
Okay. Well,
come on, man.
Here's the thing.
The
only reason why.
Close before I go.
The only reason. Okay, go ahead. I'll leave that one alone. Y'all better stop listening to these cats that's telling y'all shit like that, because that's how you get on the bad side of somebody that has all the leverage on the street. And that's the police. They have all the leverage. And when you do shit like that, twin, this is how things go bad for people, and it don't have to escalate into being bad. It don't have to get that way. I'm not saying you got to kiss the policeman's ass. You don't have to do that. But there's a way that you deal. You got to read the room. There's a way that you have to deal with situations when people have all the leverage. Okay? You just got to learn how to not be that on the street lawyer, because it just don't work. Because your lawyer, I know lawyers that get pulled over that know better than to do what you're talking about right now. And I know a lawyer, if you call one, they're not going to tell you just fuck with them. Don't let them do this. Lawyer, they're not going to do that. They're going to tell you to cooperate. Cooperate with the investigation.
Cooperate all you want to, but if you ain't got to listen to that police.
Okay.
Go get your commander-in-chief. That's why it's the word. Commander-in-chief. Go get him. I don't got to listen to you. You're not talking right.
So then when the supervisor comes, because there's a conflict there. The only reason why is to separate the conflict. That's the only reason why people ask for that's why they want the supervisor to come in, is to separate the conflict. It's not that you don't have to listen to the police. It's because they want you to separate this conflict, and they want to be part of the separation. So when you're asking for a supervisor to come, you're not asking for something because it's your right. Okay, it's something it's something that they put in place so you'll feel comfortable having something on your side in this conflict. That's what it is.
Sound good, but I ain't listening to you.
You don't have to. All I'm saying is, little brothers out there, little sisters out there, y'all better stop listening to these old heads. They teaching you the wrong way about how to deal with the police. Okay, the police have all that's their playground. They have all the leverage. Okay, they have the leverage. If you were fortunate enough to call a lawyer, what a lawyer is going to tell you on the phone is cooperate. Cooperate with what the police officers are telling you what to do. Because if you're not guilty, we'll deal with it somewhere else. But if you're guilty, then you're guilty.
Okay.
What was that closeout? We got a couple minutes.
What's you posted the other day? Okay, babe. You posted the other day Wyatt promotion. What's that about?
Say it again, bro. I'm sorry.
I say you posted the other day on your Facebook post or in the chat Wyatt promotion. So is that about a new boxing promotion or something?
We got some things. I'm gonna make an announcement here, not today, but soon. I went to the Cincinnati area. And I've been talking to some venue type stuff, and I got some things in the works for 2026.
Okay. I was just, being nosy.
No. I know you. Ain't nothing wrong with being nosy. I posted it. It wasn't nothing personal.
Yeah. Oh, love, man, everything. You know why?
I hear you, brother, but here's the problem we have. Hey, do you remember the video that we seen about 2 years ago here on the show where the kids were outside in the Pampers, and and they were hitting the police and calling the police names, and these kids was like 2 years
Yeah,
old.
but they was in a complex or something, right?
Yeah, and they were calling the police officers names, and they was punching on them and stuff, and these kids were only 2 years old.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where you think that
Yeah.
behavior come from, twin?
Parents.
Yeah, uncles, cousins, and uncles and cousins and parents and stuff like that. They taught those
your
kids.
surrounding and all
Yeah,
that. Like I had put it in your chat and everything about that little boy. FUB and all that. Get off me when the dog was chasing them.
That's
And
taught
all
behavior.
that. It's what they pick up around your surroundings, who they around.
Yeah, that's
or whatever.
that's
They see your uncle, your good uncle give you them $2 and stuff. Come on and get them $2 every time he visits you, and he got a joint in his hand. Here go, you got a fake paper roll up cigarette or candy smoking stick cigarette, and you want to be like your uncle.
Right.
So it's about your surroundings.
Absolutely. So what I'm suggesting to you is, okay, whose fault is it that them kids doing that?
His parents' fault.
Okay, whoever's teaching them that, right?
Yeah, they surroundings.
So what I'm trying to tell you is we got to do better in how we teach our shorties, our people that's coming up under us, and our family members and stuff like that. Because if we keep teaching that type of behavior, the outcomes are going to be what they are still to this day.
Exactly. I can't agree with you today on that. You said something positive.
Well, I'm generally positive, twin, and I'm trying to take a different, I just try to go a little bit different. I just don't want people to hear. I mean, I don't have a problem with.
No, better sound, better tone in your voice and your movement and what you've been preaching about since I've been rocking with you on this show and lately and everything. Today, it's a movement. I mean, you've been sincere and people, some that call in and, things I look at in the chat or whatever. It's a movement, man, in other platforms.
Well,
from Chicago to Detroit and old players I know, and people have been talking about problems. Like, man, you got to put this 2 and 2 together, and man, that's a good outcome.
What I'll say to you about that is
this:
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I think God put me in a position to be able to not talk to hundreds of thousands of people.
But you got a testimony, Wyatt, and sorry to cut you out, but when I listen to your testimony and what you said on your show, that you blessed me with a healthy kid, I do the rest.
There you go.
And what God did for you, He blessed you, and He knew you want to go back to that 1335 John Street.
No, and I know that I'm not going back there.
No, He knew. I'm saying.
No, I'm with
God
you.
put a blessing.
I agree.
He go see if you go take flight with. Yeah. You know when to bless somebody. He say, I'm gonna just put it in there, 80,000 or 50,000, whatever. Because when I say 80,000, I want to talk to you off phone, and you be like, whoa, and everything.
I think God. What I'll tell you, what God blessed me with is strength. Because it's very difficult to have some of these conversations sometimes with people, not necessarily you. I'm just talking about where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to have conversations with people that aren't really ready to hear certain different positions, or they don't really want to hear what they believe. Like, I didn't want to believe there was no Santa Claus once in my life. I was ready to fight because my mama told me it was a Santa Claus. I say that all the time. But my point is, when your parents or the people that you love around you teach you something, you totally against, I don't care. There's people that are just so in their ways politically that they can't see where their party is collapsing or not doing for them what they think they're doing. And then when they see it in broad daylight and it's very obvious that it's happening, they will create an excuse. And sometimes the excuse is blame. And sometimes if it's not blame, then it's, well, what they doing? See what I'm saying? It's
you're
the syndrome.
This, you're anti that.
Yeah, it's like we've been talking about immigration over here for the longest. Or how about this one, twin? When I was in Cincinnati for the holiday, I ran into the gas pumps. I think I might even have proof of it. Or maybe I didn't down it. Maybe I didn't show it. I didn't burn it on here. But bro, I seen gas for $2.19 a gallon.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
all that time for 2 years, 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, all the people that called me all those names and wanted to fuss and fight and all that old shit about why gas is so expensive, it's damn near $4 a gallon. I don't hear any of them talking about why gas is going down. I heard
What
one
about
guy
the
on
stock
here.
market?
Yeah, I heard one guy say gas go down in the wintertime. And I'm not suggesting that it don't, but it don't go down damn near $2 in the winter. It's never done that. I heard
No,
one
you
person,
only
my
be
man
jacked
E,
up around the
my
holidays,
man
don't you?
my brother from another mother. God bless them. I remember when I was talking about this and he made a statement. I remember things as if it was yesterday. Okay. He made a statement in the comment section one time a couple years ago. Well, y'all think gas this and this and this and that. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we know Trump gonna get it down to $1.99. And we know that was like so far-fetched to even happen. But when you're down close, you're closer to $2 than you are $3. Something has made a pivotal change in how gas is distributed. Okay. And it was probably what I had been talking about the whole time. And that's okay. You don't have to believe or have to ride. That's why they don't look, twin. I would never make it on y'all show over there on the radio station because what I'm talking about, you would never know for another 6 to 8 months. So I'll be all these names and all this old shit that they, because most of them don't even know. All right. They only know what they've been taught. And sometimes the teacher is bad. You know, my mom taught me some shit that was bad. And I didn't learn that it was bad until I got around different environments and got into different situations and understood that everything that I've learned may not be the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody that I look up to, they were good people, but they may have been taught wrong. And that's what we got to figure out sometimes. I'm not saying that everybody that teaches you something is a bad person. Okay, even if they're teaching you something wrong. My mother told me I had to be 10 times better than them. No, I don't. I just got to be the best me. I can't be 10 times better than them unless I am 10 times better than them. But don't make me have to be 10 times better than somebody because I just might not be able to do that.
When she's saying 10 times better and stuff, she was saying you can just overcome regardless of what they saying and all. That's what the meaning of 10 times better. You don't got to listen to them. Be more better. Think of your own ways. Don't think of their ways. That's being 10 times better.
Okay. Oh, listen. Okay.
That's the outcome of this.
You're right. Let me say this. My brother David Herring, he just said something. He said, winter gasoline is cheaper to produce because it contains more volatile components like butane. But now let me ask you that. I don't know nothing about all of that, the mix, but what I do know is consistency. And what I can tell you is for 4 years ago, gas ain't never went down $1.50 during the winter during that time. Okay, so we can make up all these things and we can listen and we can understand the chemical mix and the bases. But those chemical mix and bases should have been going on 4 or 5 years ago, like they're going on now, if that's the case. Just using your logic. Why didn't gas go down $1.50, damn near $2 4 winters ago? If it's the mix in the wintertime, why wasn't it a big drop in the wintertime? Gas was going down 20, 30 cents in the wintertime. It was not reaching $1 and $1.50. We know what it is. It's the same reason that I gave you when we were talking about it. But no, of course it wasn't. Because that would make some of those folks that wanted to call me coon, call me what, all that other shit, it would make them wrong. And they're not going to be wrong. I wish Drop was on here. He'll tell you they ain't going to never be wrong, Wyatt. You can tell them that it's daylight outside. They'll tell you, no, it ain't. It's just blue skies. It ain't really daytime. It's just blue outside. What else, Swin? I got to get out of here. What's up with you, though?
That's all right, man. It's night remixing and stuff. I catch you on tomorrow night.
Yeah, I should be on for New Year's for about an hour, I think.
I'm talking for that's New Year's Eve, man.
Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have to head back up to Cincinnati, man.
Oh, all right, dude.
Yeah, I have an opening that I have to do. Actually a closing. A closing I have to do up in the close to the Middletown area the first of the year.
Hey, man, what's up with these? You probably can rebound on it tomorrow, remix tomorrow on it. What's up with these fake delivery drivers coming to people's house, man, bodying them? You heard about that, Wyatt?
Nah, I ain't heard of
Hey,
that.
Wyatt, hey, Wyatt. Like last year, these three brothers and stuff, I just saw it on YouTube. Fake like they were UPS, whole suit and stuff. Fake like they UPS and killed this Mexican people. And that they did the other day, yesterday, somebody out there, I forgot what town that was, fake like they was a delivery driver.
Yeah.
Then these stores got the smash and grab going again, man.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
Maybe we can talk about that tomorrow, but in my world, bro, I just leave that shit on the at the gate. I don't need nobody knocking on my door saying, "Here go your delivery." I'm cool. Just leave it at the gate, and I'll get it when I come get it. I ain't letting nobody in. I don't care what they wearing. Now I'm just saying, leave it outside. I'll get it.
Yeah. I hear you.
All right, bro.
Man.
Talk to you soon. Thanks for engaging with us today, twin. Yeah, I haven't heard of that, but I have seen people do that. I mean, not here recently, but I had heard jackings, people that go to doors and knock on somebody's door and they dressed up like somebody, they dressed up like a delivery dude or something. And I've seen it before, but I didn't know that was going on now. It's off my radar, but I believe it. I've seen it before. Delivery truck, people, fake UPS, fake FedEx. I've seen it before, but years ago. I haven't seen it lately, but yeah, I believe it. I was going to talk about that fraud a little bit, but I'm done for today. Maybe we'll pick it up tomorrow, but I kind of want to have a positive. I don't want to talk about any fraud tomorrow because that's just so negative. So what I'll do is tomorrow, I'm going to talk about 2026. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I have in store and some of the things that I want to see happen in 2026, not just for myself, but for everyone. I think I'll do a throwback show because I remember first year we were here, we went into COVID and I said, this is going to be a reset. And I said, by 2026, I remember saying this. I said, by 2026, it'll be a whole new beginning. I said, people will have their businesses. I said, everybody needs to incorporate yourself, incorporate your name, because this is an opportunity to clean the slate. Business credit will be a huge boom. And we need to indulge. We need to get more into that. So tomorrow, what I want to do is see, how many people actually listen to that. Now, keep in mind that'll be 6 years ago. I remember having these conversations. Lamont Jones says, Wyatt, what do you think about Anthony Joshua? I don't know exactly what happened to him. I think, was he around something that got blown up? Was he he was somewhere and there was a bomb or something. Anthony Joshua, the fighter, the boxer. Yeah, hey, for a minute, sis, I came for a minute. It got cold. It was damn near 70 degrees the day before Christmas. And on Christmas, it was 68 degrees. Shit, that's Florida weather. I don't own a coat. Oh, Jack said a car accident and 2 people died. So it wasn't, how TikTokers put shit out there and they were trying to make it seem like a bomb had hit and he happened to be in the area. Okay, so I'm starting to hear it was a car accident, car wreck. I don't know what happened. I'll look it up. I'll read about it. I'll see. I'm not a. I don't know. I don't know. The only car thing that I know about right now is the gentleman in Cincinnati who was doing 30 years on death row, and now it's a big deal. Which OVIs are a big deal. Okay, OVIs are a big deal. I just think that his OVI is being blown out of proportion. Now, I don't agree that everybody should just be cool with him getting the OVI. Shit, I'm mad at the Shaba said, have Alicia B call in. Alicia Baumberg. I don't really have now. When I start my boxing thing back up, I can call them all and I'll have them call in. She's close with him. Like they're cool. I'm not gonna call the wound. You know what I'm saying, Shaba? The wound is still fresh. I don't want to have a conversation with her because they're cool. They've known each other for a long time and they just was on a card together and they're friends. I don't want to call her and ask her. You know, maybe I'll interview her. You know, she's an Ohio girl too. So I remember her when I remember her. Listen, I remember her about 7, maybe 8 years ago when she was only like 2-0, 3-0. And I remember telling some guys, y'all better get her. I was fresh into this circle. I didn't know her. I used to see her a lot because we were in camp and then we were fighting on cards that were in the same town. So I would see her and she was a homie and, being from Ohio and the Ohio clique tend to stay together. We go to dinner together, the fighters from Ohio, everybody kind of stick with their circles. And I used to see her. She was a sharp little girl then. And I used to say to him, boy, she can fight. She can fight. And I said, yeah, I got to be careful what I say because all I can tell you is this. I'm about the business. Some people about the booty. For me, I seen what she is today. I seen it. Some people seen her at that time as a piece of, they were lusting. Me, I would rather have, hold on. Me, quite frankly, I would rather have the world champion, not the girl that I hit, not the girl that I, not the one that was, Shab and, I can talk about that night or that day that we spent together and I hit and blah, blah. For me, the boxing game has always been about the business. All right. And I seen something in that young lady that evolved to what she is to this day. And I tried to tell some folks back then, bro, look, listen, there's a couple girls that I said we need to get. Now you got to understand the position I was in. If I would have grabbed her and tried to work with her, I would have been backdooring the people that I was with. It would not have looked good. You see what I'm saying? When I'm faithful. When people work, when I get in a circle and we work together and they agree and we all agree, hey, nah, we ain't gonna do that. Then I gotta ride with it. I might know better, but when you're grouped up and you're doing things together, then you kind of have to ride with what the team says. But I knew better. I knew that young lady was going to be a star. The only thing that needed to happen, and it happened, the only thing that needed to happen was women's boxing had to get more popular. If women's boxing got popular, that young lady was going to be a superstar. And my inkling was, I don't know if female boxing will ever peak. I don't know if it'll get there. And that's the only thing I had to lay my hat on to be able to say, I can walk away from her. I can walk away because I'm not sure that it's going to work. I'm not sure that female boxing is going to make it. I know that I like it. I don't know if everybody else will. I don't predicate my decisions on what I like when it comes down to, dealing with consumers. Consumers don't always like what the person who produced it, like me being able to put a show on. I mean, like if the consumers don't like what I'm putting out there, but I love it, then that's a quick way to go broke. Let me take this last call before I get out of here. I do have to get out. We got a few minutes. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Wyatt, can you hear me? This is Alicia.
Hey, what's going on, sis? What's good with you?
Listen, brother, we have to have a heart-to-heart before the new year comes.
Uh-oh. What?
Your nephew got you some socks. I can't believe you came in this city and did not say Merry Christmas.
You know what?
Wait. We did get a text. We did get a text. But you didn't come.
I see. I shot it out though. You know
You
what?
did. You
I
did.
did because here's the thing, sis. I wasn't even planned. If it wasn't for my wife and kids, I would not have been in Cincinnati for Christmas because I really wanted to go down to the islands for Christmas. To be honest with you, I wanted to go to I wanted to go somewhere else for Christmas. I didn't want to be in. I didn't want to go. Cincinnati wasn't on the radar because it's always been cold during Christmas, and I just assumed it was going to be cold again. So I wasn't even trying to go. I was going to go down to, I was going to go do what I do. But I decided to.
Well, it's good because we had COVID.
Had what?
We had COVID.
What?
The entire house. Donnie brought it home. Your brother.
No.
He brought it home. Cruz followed, and I went down last. So.
Damn.
Yeah, because I had to take care of both of them at the same time, and I knew it. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna get me now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Everybody
but
better
Christmas
now.
Was great.
Everybody better now.
Everybody's better. We all
Good.
back. I've been back to work. Donnie's back at work. The
That's
baby's
good.
back at daycare. So yeah,
That's
we're good. My son came in for the holiday from he's in Louisville.
Yeah,
He came
yeah,
in and hung
yeah.
out with us for a little bit
But
too.
that's good.
So I can't wait for you to meet him.
See, that's what the holidays is about for me. It's all about the family. It's all about what we doing together. That's what it is for me. I don't like the people that be talking about the white man holiday and the white man this and that. Why do you think about that type of shit? It's just me, sis. I'm so sick of people being so negative in positive spaces that I have to speak about it a little bit more now because they need to since they don't have a problem effing up your time or your great time or your day. Somebody need to counter them and say, hey, man, this shit ain't cool what you saying and what you're doing. That ain't cool.
That's true. That is true. Because they always dumping that, I don't celebrate holidays.
No, that's okay.
Ain't
nobody asked your ass to come to the house. Nobody asked you to come over for the holidays. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Keep your angry
I will say, listening to this show, Twin is probably one of them uncles that the kids probably just crack up and after everybody eating stuff, like he probably just one of them ones.
Twin probably the favorite uncle. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He probably the one that they all
they
love.
Can't wait to cut a food.
Yeah, Twin gonna be the one that they go visit his house when they all want to act the fool. They stay out late and shit. Don't come home at good time. We over Uncle Twin house and the mama already know that Twin ain't doing right.
Well, make sure you watch your camera. We're gonna have your nephew put it in the box so whenever you come,
okay,
you'll get your Christmas gift for him.
All right, that's what's up. I appreciate it, sis.
You have a happy New Year.
You too, sis. Y'all be careful out there.
We sure will. Okay,
right.
brother. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut her. Thanks for engaging with us, Absolutely. Yeah, man. Ain't nobody on that bullshit. Everybody want to try to act like, they're better than the traditional things that we do. This is what make us great. This is what make the country great. This is what make me, not just me, but everybody. Like, don't let nobody kill your dreams or kill the fun, kill from, don't let people, drag you down in the dark alleys that they're in because they don't believe in the things that you believe in, or because you want your kids to say, I've seen some videos. They were kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. I seen this one video of a brother who, he took a video. It looked like a live shot of his son at the Christmas tree, and he was opening up something. And I think he opened up a pair of shoes, and it was a pair of Jordans or something. And the little boy was so happy. The little boy was like, thank you, Santa. Thank you very much. Thank you, Santa. And the dad turned the camera on himself, and he was like, and now he said it so nasty. It was so hood as hell. He was like, boy, ain't no motherfucking Santa gave you no shit like that. That was daddy. You should be thanking daddy. Now, okay, I think it was just a skit. I think it was supposed to be funny. But if it wasn't, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should already have that established before your son start opening up stuff. And I'm assuming it was probably something that he was doing just to get some clicks and some visuals on his page. it was kind of a low blow to the Christmas holiday. Your son and all that pulling gifts under the tree. You got Santa Claus up on the tree. You got Santa Claus posters up, and you turn around and your son open up some shoes, and it's some J's, it's some Jordans, and you get mad at him on the camera because you tell him, ain't no Santa Claus did this shit for you, boy. This is all daddy. I thought, maybe it was a skit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they were just trying to be funny. I don't know. But that all being said, man, that's pretty much my time. I'm going to be here tomorrow for a little bit. I think tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And let's take 2026 in on a positive note. All y'all negative Bettys and negative people and all that old shit, y'all might not want to be here after the first. Because quite honestly, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of arguing and tongue wrestling with people. If what I've been saying, and there's people on here that say things like, he think he know everything. He think he this, he think he that. Well, give it some time, okay? Give what I say some time, because what I talk about sometime is not meant for the moment. The outcome will be discovered later, not necessarily now. So before you say he think he know everything, wait about a year. Because after a year, I want you to be able to go back and say to me, well, you told us this and you said this and you said that. And then you can tell me that never happened, or what you said was going to happen didn't happen. And you know what I'm saying? Make me out to be not necessarily a liar. I don't think anybody thinks that I'm trying to be, that I have malice in my heart and I'm purposely lying. I don't see anybody on our platform thinking that I'm that, okay? But I do think people think that I talk about stuff that I don't know anything about. And that's kind of hard for a guy like me to do. I don't talk about things. That's why a lot of shit is off my radar. I don't talk about a lot of things that y'all want to talk about because I don't know much about it. At least I'm honest. You got some people that talk about shit and it's clear they don't know what they're talking about. It's clear they don't know what they're talking about. But just to stay in your good grace and just to sound like they smart, they'll continue to talk about it. They'll continue to put a name, Trump, this and this, this man, the orange man. In order for them to be relevant, in order for them to sound like they into the groove of things, they got to talk and believe the same thing that you talk and believe. That's it. Peace and love, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow right here at 1 o'clock, and I'll be on time. Peace.
Yeah, best motherfucking rapper, nigga. All the mamas, the aunties, the grandmas, the grannies, they gonna love this shit. They gonna be like, ooh, he it. Let's go. I'ma keep it pimpin' with you. I like what you do, but it ain't for me. I prefer the simple women. She got it from you, I got it for free. I was probably hitting it different. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Most of these women, they want the same thing. Wanna take selfies in the Maybach, wanna ride around drinking champagne. Yeah, one thing about it, won't let her play me like no damn lame. Yeah, I turn her aside, treat her like new, snatch your damn chain. All the solid bitches worldwide, about to be tapped back into my campaign. And girl, you know you gotta watch these niggas. Nigga don't be knowing shit. These niggas be tricks, paying for pussy, these niggas be over with. I'ma drop a mixtape and make the world stop like COVID did. Amex the credit cards and the hundreds blue like Hova kid. Yeah, my woman on deep shit with G shit, she like Lauryn Hill. Not the kind who live beyond her means and can't afford the bill. I was out here putting it down for my team, I couldn't afford to chill. The same people I was hustling for ain't there, one no longer here. I know I be, you can play for keeps, I ain't really tripping about it. I done chose myself too many times to be in my feelings about it. As long as my daughters and nieces happy, they coming for anybody. So the first nigga play with them wrong, I'ma stop everything and kill somebody, anybody. I do a nigga wrong and forget about him. Ain't taking no handouts from these niggas, no I'ma get mine. She say she never been out the country, she get sick blind. I'm having them hit time, Grammy nominated 6 times. I'm having a good time, shitting on niggas and giving these demonstrations. I already did it before, but I'm back more wise and a little more patient. In a hotel room with hoes and condoms, don't need no more babies. She already know she gon' die right there with the robbers if she try to show locations, bitch. I'm with all that shit you think you own, and I'ma still pop my shit regardless if they play my song. I'ma just come back with some hard shit, it won't take too long. I'm across the country out working niggas in their own city, you would think I'm home. I'ma stand on business on sight so quick they gon' say I'm wrong. I'ma do niggas so wrong, I'ma make everybody say I'm right. Better learn quick, give a fuck what people think, it'll save your life. You don't watch the fuck niggas and fake hoes, you gon' pay your price. I seen it, nigga. I'm telling you, firsthand, a veteran. She gave a firm handshake and told me I'm excellent. I'm ghetto, left the restaurant, grabbed a handful of peppermints. No, I ain't perfect, I see this how they expected it. I've been through worse and I mean it, so I ain't stressing it. This beat remind me of the 90s, back when we ain't had shit but our family. And I see what the biggest blessing is, your people, nigga. Cause that's the biggest motherfucking blessing, nigga. Yeah, so make sure you cut up for your people, make sure you put on for your people, nigga. Everybody else, nigga, fucking get money. Huh? Best rapper, yeah, let's go. Believe that. Let's go.